Hello guys, we're starting another session. Let me make sure everything is working correctly. It seems like it is. I think, maybe. It should be recording, mic is working, sound is working, game is being recorded. There is stuff happening in game that I cannot see. Oh yeah, the Spain's part has been removed. They're going to be starting a new Christian to bring... they're going to release Palestine and then make it Catholic. Also, we have Germany going for the unification play already. So yeah, this is going to be one of the big wars. One thing that already started before I started recording was we are now a Dominion. So before even Philippines got a chance to start demanding increase in their autonomy, the Spanish government just gave it to them, which is going to put a, well, it's basically destroying the independence movement as it is right now. Getting the Dominion for absolutely free, at least for a couple of years. Embargo on Great Britain, and yeah. Spain has now better relations with Great Britain. Not super great, mind you, because this is only one of the big wars that's going to be happening. There is a new leader of Russia, the infamous Tommy, and they tried, to be honest, they tried to be diplomatic with Great Britain. They offered, we both have the same diplomatic relationship with Persia, so like trade agreement or something like that. Russia would withdraw from Greece, and Great Britain would withdraw from Afghanistan. And this agreement was intolerable, excuse me, to Great Britain. So now we're going to have a world war where UK is going to puppet Persia, Russia is trying to free Afghanistan, Spain is trying to take Egypt. Actually, no, Egypt is still Ottoman. So actually the Ottomans switch side from the British to the Russians, and Spain, instead of demanding Egypt, are going to have like an agreement with arbitration done by Russia over Egypt. Tripolitania is going to Italy. Austria is being embargoed because they're a presidential republic. It's going to be embargoed by like every great power, but they're not doing anything about it yet because they're going to have 2 world wars happening in one session. Now we have Spain supporting France because they have a alliance, defensive alliance, if I recall. And bear in mind, Spain is a great power this war, though Russia is quite powerful themselves. Though bear in mind they only have almost 600 battalions, not 1,000. 200 from Spain. Australia is not being played today, so of course they started colonizing already. 400 battalions for France and 300 for Russia. So I wonder if Russia is going to really commit hard to this. Oh my, I'm having some untypical lag. Let me see if something I need to worry about, but I don't think so. Why are you guys unhappy? Because the autonomy increased, okay. We're ending construction, and I think that's fine if I build up a bit more money. It does mean that I can get trade agreements. Well, not trade agreements, but... oh yeah, Catholic Forum. I can get investment agreements in other nations. Because I actually get some more independent diplomacy. Getting some weird lags. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it too. The Ethiopia has been claimed by both Great Britain and Portugal, and I think they were going to negotiate over it, but I'm not sure if it went anywhere. What else? I think Italy claimed a colony of Great Britain somewhere in Africa. Oh, torrential rains. Wonderful. Actually, what I should be doing at least a bit more is I'm trying to get the Philippine Home Goods Incorporated, which still doesn't have a proper name, into producing luxury furniture, and we are number 2 producer in the world, though not by as much of a margin as I would like, honestly. We're spending a ton of money on subsidies to the furniture market. We are actually making it okay for the time being, but we need to make this company profitable. And for that, we need them to buy more buildings. But basically, I think I need to give them monopolies for logging camps. And that probably will solve this. So in order to do this, I need to find 100 authorities somewhere. I guess I can remove road maintenance. And hopefully I will have enough. Oh, wow. Okay, now it works. Hopefully I'm not... Okay, I have just enough. So let's go to companies. Let's grant them monopoly here. And hopefully they're going to buy them real quick. We should be making them a decent money too, so that's going to be pretty nice. They might also buy them from other people. Yeah, we're really starting to make a ton of money. We could maybe... Oh, well, for sure I can build those. Do I need more universities? I could actually use more universities somehow. I think I've built quite a few. 30, and still nowhere close. They're fully manned. Yeah, Luzon is only giving 36. Oof. So even if I double the amount of... yeah, I would need to basically double the amount of universities I have. And honestly, I might not quite do it. In theory, it will have a bonus from scale. So more buildings in one area give a bit more innovation. Still quite expensive. Okay, the war has officially started. We have 2 front lines, as you might expect. The Russian front line is not fully manned by Russia. The morale of Germans over here is pretty bad somehow. They might have changed like one of their mobilization rules. Though they are pushing and defending at the same time. There's 100,000 Spaniards, then French. Yeah, only French otherwise. A lot of Germans. They probably have some of their good generals here. Helmut von Moltke plus 20% offense. That's really good. Hard to combat. Minus the morale loss. Yeah, that's some pretty good bonuses. Offensive planner here as well. Not as good, but still pretty nice. And on the Russian front line, there's nothing happening. Yeah, both sides are just sitting. It's still, I mean, Russia is still taking 125 battalions from the front line. Tripolitania is going to Italy, as agreed between Italy and Ottomans. So, hey, Italy achieved its pretty much endgame. Well, they only need Ethiopia, which they didn't really get until the till the end of the game's time frame, but still. I'm pretty sure I cannot just switch all in on machine tools, but let's see, how much rubber am I actually producing? So how much... Yeah, there's not many people in here at all. Probably not that much usage of rubber in the market. Yeah, like actually none. We're just selling a little bit. So let's just do it very slowly. Like over here first. And eventually turn it on in Luzon. It's going to increase my tool production quite a bit. Not as much as I would like, but still. Okay, this is going up as probably as they buy buildings, honestly, mostly. And since most of the logging camps should have decent activity, at least much better than the furniture manufacturers, eventually they should be getting up there. They are at 80. Okay. And need to maintain the production of furniture as well. Should be exporting more and more. Yeah, right now we're exporting 2,000 units. UK should be quite busy, but even their private investors can be a threat to my position on the market. For the time being, neither side is pushing. Which, honestly, I was expecting the Germans to win something. The numbers are looking better for the French, and the French stopped attacking. Good move. Let's go to this front. Yep. There's additional 50,000 Spaniards. Is this the entire French army over here? It might be 500 Germans. 150k of Spaniards are making a difference. Though everyone is mobilizing, I assume. Well, except probably Russia. They honestly don't have that much of a need to do anything. And honestly, they might be even doing more by just sitting there and not doing anything. If they started attacking, then possibly they might start run out of troops, and then Germans might be able to move a bit of their army over here. Now they don't really know how exactly the Germans would perform, and honestly, I think that how the Russians would perform. Sorry, honestly, I think Germany is skipping a few too many troops over here. Just looking at the raw stats, it'd be very difficult for Russians to even make a dent. Are we looking on number, by the way? We're very slowly increasing production and starting. Okay, so looks like it's time to switch into more production. By the way, am I anywhere near the top? Quite far away. All that building of furniture has left me behind. Wallachia is number 3 producer of tools. Yeah, quite a few small nations in here. Tools are a really good thing to focus your economy on. No, Rolfolk. Leave me alone. Honestly, can I just kick you out of the government right now? I can just do it. So I will. Losing quite a few loyalists, but I read it, it's not a problem. Like, half of my nation is loyalist. Situation when it comes to people liking me is very good. Paranoid slave owners. Huh? Yes, apparently quite a few of them are radicals. Honestly, wouldn't mind removing slavery. It's just, I guess intelligentsia likes it. And there's really not that much opposition except for pretty weak landowners. That might be the play. That would actually eliminate landowners from the system, I think. I'll try to go for it. Is there any way I can get those guys in? I don't think so, honestly. Yeah, no way. This also means that there's no way I can do any reform when it comes to religion laws, because only intelligentsia supports changing them. Maybe once trade unions get in, which I'm not sure is going to ever happen, but I can hope. But in theory, the French numbers over here are looking much higher. Thanks to the Spanish intervention, interestingly enough. The defense on the French armies is not... And even with Moltke at the helm, leading the forces at 72, not bad. Ooh, looks like we started using explosive. At least Spain did. Oh my god. quite a bit of lag during saving. So we have... What is going on here? Oh, Egypt decided to support an Ethiopian miner. A pretty bold move. The Germans are actually pushing. Oh, this is really nice for me, actually. Shift work. Economy of scale is exactly what I need, and I think it means that I have unlocked the full 50 economy of scale. Dynam is going to be tributarying Siam. I wonder how close they are to being recognized. Same for Japan. So let me check. Economies of scale is now... Ah yeah, plus 50. This is going to be pretty sweet. We're getting dynamite spreading. We have peace between UK and Egypt. Not that it matters that much. Just getting all the techs all of a sudden. How are you guys doing? Okay, not getting much further. Just got, you guys are just not buying. Also, I have those wages for completely no reason. Now I'm making money using my construction. And that's interesting that the headquarters are actually building the tooling workshops when they don't have monopoly. I heard that there's a bug related to that. They are privatizing camps, so eventually, I guess... Oh, they already did it. Eventually, I should be able to get the furniture done. Just being a bit more annoying because I have to subsidize them. Do I build even more universities? I mean, there's... I think I can afford it. So might as well use on the capital of world learning. It does mean that it's going to run out of peasants. Austria is annexing Krakow, which honestly should have happened a long time ago. Looks like Germans lost another battle. This one might not be as quick as I thought it might be. War goals are exactly. So we have Unify with Alsace-Lorraine. Everything else is united already. So there's no states that are opposing Russians. Cut down German Federation to size, so they would lose mostly South Germany, and liberate Rhineland, which is quite a few states. Yeah, especially Ruhr is 10% of GDP, so pretty significant overall. Opium addiction. And modifier for French. Yeah, I guess not a great time to be French in Germany. Okay, this one is another victory for the Germans. Looks like we have two. So quick ban and done. Surprisingly enough, there's more dead on the French side, but well, the numbers are low enough that at least part of it is just attrition. These are really not that much different. Spain has 0 battle casualties. 50k troops at the front line. Let's move them, but it doesn't really seem like they did. Instead, it's the German forces that are increasing, actually. So this war must be quite costly for them. So in theory, the costs of war are higher for the French side, but Uh, Not only I'm not quite sure if the calculations for military goods are correct in the game, also it for sure includes all military expenditure of Spain and Russia committing fully to this fight. Even just looking by how many people are mobilized. Yeah, 50% mobilized currently for Spain as well. Spain actually raised conscript battalions. I think from like gameplay point of view, there's no good reason to do this. Because that means you just have battalions that are not mobilized and are just money. I'm not exactly sure if this is just a thing they did or it had some kind of purpose. Let's see how we're doing on rubber. Yeah, and now it's the actual Filipino rubber that's fully supplying our market, so that's really good. Exactly what I wanted, and it's all being used. Okay, Luzon is stronger when it comes to rubber usage. Flipping the cost on its head again. We are actually importing some, while also being one of the biggest producer of them. Wallachia is probably bigger. Might be as well. Might be able to see it over here. Number 2. So who's number 1? Who's... Yeah, I thought Austria was also producing luxury tools, but maybe not. France was trying to be sneaky and dig in North Germany. Didn't work. They are actually dominating the German navy, which is probably to be expected. And yeah, this means the... Well, occupation is not going to be quite reset, but it's going to go down. So yeah, 28 ships, and it's still number 10 fleet in the world, which is pretty surprising. Expanding over here. David did their thing. The standard of living in the Philippines is exploding, which honestly might not be the best for population growth, but for so far it's fine, I guess. And in theory, it should lead to bigger migration, though in practice, not that much is happening. 70. This one has super high migration attraction because it has the fire from rubber. Here it should be one of the leading places with migration, I think, but on the other hand, there's also US. It shows me just mine, which is really helpful. Wallachia is yeah, people are migrating from all of Russia over there. Ontario. I can check this as a somewhat... In number 3 for mass migration attraction, but I guess there's just not that many mass migrations. You have 1 to United States, 2 randomly in Africa. South Germans migrating to... Oh, so it's South Germans migrating from France. Really only 3 mass migrations, so... An interesting thing is... Canada has almost the same GDP as the States. And Canada has declared that because United Kingdom decided that they are going to be giving away Oregon and Idaho and Southern Columbia to United States. It's going to stand for it, and they're going to go for their own independence. But to do it, they also still have to give those to United States. So this might be Free Canada. It's probably not going to be happening this session because their Liberty Desire is still going down. Excuse me. Someone's supporting their independence. Who's doing that? I assume Russia? Yep. Guess this... Yeah, this was just now written. And Canada is transferring money to Russia, which Canada has huge coffers, I assume. Alsace-Lorraine is going to be maybe not that much suffering. I guess it depends on how long this war goes. We're actually about on time. Wasn't the Prusso-French War 1872? I think. Probably should know this. Quick check. When was the actual unification of Germany? '71. Okay, so we're about on time. Following history. Only on Forex games. What am I researching even right now? That's probably would be kind of nice. Let's also go for electricity, I guess, because I am running out of people to employ. Could also go for military. Ugh. Honestly, maybe going for another company. Is this open heart? Yeah, that's going to be nice. The problems with the game running fluently. Not to mention even the sound is cutting, which is not a great sign. I think mutual founds would be a nice priority, and then steel frame. Well, if the game would actually react to what I'm doing. Okay, I guess I just have to wait. The occupation of Alsace Lorraine is very slowly, but it is increasing. Invasion bold. They try to land now in from the Baltic Sea. It's not helping. The Germans are actually attacking Russia. I don't think there's any war goals on them, but I mean, they can do it. They can force them out. So Russia has no war goals. This also means that their war support continue to go down. It's interesting that it's going down more than the Spanish one. I guess it's from the some occupations and also casualties. 200 million casualties already. Yeah, if we look just Germany and France, the KD ratio doesn't look too bad, but then there's also Russia and Spain, so Germans are working hard. Also 1,000 battalions actually employed. Yeah, they're working hard for this. I'm sure that France could mobilize more battalions if they really wanted to, but maybe they don't really even want to commit that much to this fight. I mean, I'm sure they can conscript more than just this, right? I mean, Germany has that. Which law they have? Professional army and the National Guard. National Guard is quite helpful when it comes to mobilization. National Guard and professional army. So they have only, yeah, they can have 500 battalions at least mobilized. The Germans are walking into Warsaw and Lithuania. And I'm still making money somehow, despite actually going for full construction. I think I gained like 5 million GDP in just from the beginning of the session, and more loyalists, and like 2 points of standard of living. This is a good time to live in the Philippines. Like half a million of population as well. Yeah, I guess getting into the innovation cap is not going to be that much of a problem. How we're doing on tools worldwide? We're almost at top 3, so that's good. Retaking my spot. How are we doing when it comes to furniture? Important questions, much more important than the war. Yeah, we might lose number 2 spot, but Austria is quite far away. Great Britain actually lost some construction, I think. Well, production. And it's going up very slowly. I think one of the problems is the investment pool is just not that rich in the Philippines. Yeah, I mean, look at this Okay. To be really proud of. Compared to the actual like government spending, so 80k. Not that much. Iron mines, tooling workshop, trade centers, artillery, tooling workshop. Not much privatization of logging camps, unfortunately. Yeah. Trying to privatize them as fast as possible, but... Well, I think as soon as Alsace-Lorraine is occupied, this war is practically over. Just what do the French need to occupy? All of Rhineland. And the capital, I guess? Yeah, so to the French to win, they need to occupy Brandenburg pretty much. And that's pretty tough. Meanwhile, the Germans only need Alsace. How are the Germans looking on the the lists of GDP and population and so on? Yeah, that's still just getting Bavaria and their neighbors was quite a big jump. They are now... Actually, they still have smaller population than France, Austria, and Great Britain. France has 50% more people than Germany. United Germany, hot damn. And still the Germans are actually doing super well. Number 4 GDP. More than Italy. Italy has been built up by Great Britain quite a bit. More than France. More than Russia. Quite a interesting top 10 when it comes to the GDP, I have to say. We are paused. I think it might be because... Is there a play starting somewhere? Not that I can see, actually. Now the question here is, do I go... Oh, actually the reason I'm making more money, it's not really because I am making more money, it's because I'm paying less subsidies to furniture manufacturing. And yeah. So Great Britain is making play to make protectorate in Persia. The problem is we don't have the Persian player today. Oh no, we have. Was he here from the beginning, or did he... And the plan was that one of the players would switch. I think it was Canadian player? Belgium... Yeah, we don't have Canada right now. No. Wait, what? Oh, so... I guess, yeah, the Canadian player just switched without doing too much. Or am I getting confused? Russia, well, we'll see. They're trying some... I'm not sure what's happening right now. Okay, so you can switch the nations without pausing, I think. Yeah. How are they doing this? The game should allow this somehow, but I'm not sure how you do this from UI. Maybe the host can. Yeah, the France is quite monarchist. They have the legitimist ideology win the thing. And they are like against the... It's Austria that's the revolutionist side. They're right now a presidential republic, shunned by all the other great powers. What do you see? They have still a trade agreement with Spain, and they should be... They still have trade agreements with a lot of people, and they should be embargoed by like everyone. Oh, multiplayer lobby selecting country. Oh, so you can just go to here and then switch. This makes things significantly easier. And they don't seem to be making much progress, though, on making this play as they want to make it. Return Omani Hormuz is not too bad of a war goal by the AI. It should be pretty achievable. I'm kind of worried about changing stuff in game right now because it could lead to the typical problem of desync. But we are playing right now. The Canada player right now is on Persia. Okay, so there's... Oh yeah, because they need it until the stage phase, I guess. They can actually invite people and add... Okay, yeah, this was the plan. So now we will see everyone join. There's going to be a play against to free Greece, I'm pretty sure. A play to free Maimana, which is how Afghanistan is called in this timeline for some reason. Yeah, here we have Russia. Liberate Kunduz, which is part of the... It's also actually a protectorate of Great Britain. Wait, Great Britain? Okay, for a second I thought Great Britain has 18th, but it was showing mine prestige. Yeah, the UI in this game works in very mysterious ways sometimes. It's just showing mine prestige rank for some reason, and talking about Spain. Oh, this is just insane. Liberate Kunduz, liberate Maimana, liberate Greece. That's all as was supposed to. What did Spain want from UK? I guess nothing in the end. The Ottomans switched to the Russian side. Okay, so here come the Ottomans. For British Sinai, so they are retaking the canal. Would humiliate Russia, fair enough. It does mean they need to occupy a Russian core region, but it might be not super difficult. They need to basically get Persia and Greece and one region of the Russians. To beat up the Ottomans, they actually don't need that much. Isn't Spain also joining? I think Italy has a separate war against the UK plant. We have Serbia. Oh yeah, Serbia is still subject of the Ottomans. So in a way, in the current this Great Britain is biggest ally, well, potential ally is Germany. It's kind of switched from how it happened in real life. I think in how you could interpret the 19th and 20th century history is UK supported Prussia until they started uniting Germany, and then they started supporting everyone against Germany. Because Germany had the potential to actually over-empire the UK. So I guess now this is done. So Spain is not fighting in this one in the end. And no, they are. Yes, they are. And the French as well. So France now is fighting both against UK and Germany. Austria is the pariah of everyone, just not talking with people, but still not getting embargoed as they should. Italy is the wild card. Spain is actually pretty formidable, but yeah, a step behind everyone else. Almost catching up to Austria though. They actually have higher prestige than Austria, but that's probably because of the navy. Netherlands are no longer a great power, unfortunately. And maybe I should go quickly through the nations we have. So we have UK, Germany, France, India. It's going to be relevant now. Every player in the British Empire is quite valuable to UK. Italy, Philippines, of course, me, Russia, Chink. We have a Chink player again. Actually, the Austria player went back to China, and we have new player on Austria. Bolivia again, nice. They were missing previous session, I think. Dynam, Argentina. I will have to look at the... what? We have a war between New Granada and... Okay, so New Granada is a player. get Venezuela. Venezuela is being defended by Brazil and Denmark totally randomly, while Mexico and Peru Bolivia is supporting New Granada. Okay, this is actually getting kind of interesting. It's quite a big numbers as well. Good thing I noticed this. This is a huge war for Granada, which for a long while was the player nation with the smallest population, and I expect it's still the case. The big war of South America might be the first big war in America's period. And we have Spain, Belgium, Ottoman Empire, New Granada, Japan, United States, Portugal, Netherlands, Mexico, Austria, Switzerland. So the big ones missing is obviously Persia. Dutch East Indies are kind of missing. Korea. Do we have Brazil? It might be just AI. Okay, so it's actually the players uniting against the AI of Denmark and Brazil. I mean, the players should win, but the AIs are not making this easy. So I wonder. Yeah, I guess the front line is going to be happening in Asia mostly for the Russia-UK war. Okay, German, they took Alsace-Lorraine. I guess once they got enough occupation, so it was almost certain they're going to win eventually. And France gave up so they can focus against UK. We have a huge chunker of Germany. And they lost a lot of the GDP, I guess. Yeah, because they have a huge military sector. Oh my god, that's huge. They lost all the GDP they gained from unification. Oof. What? Good for business in Germany, which means right now it's bad for business because it's peace. I could build more construction sectors, or I could wait for steel, but I think it's better to go for it now because there really is no reason for me to keep gold reserves. As a minor power, like, I don't really have to care about not having enough stocks in case of a war. Oh my god, the patting of sound is what's pissing me off the most. Oh. Ah. Okay, eventually it added those techs. I'm not even sure when. This game is crazy, man. Persia is worried for some reason. Navies are actually equal. Everyone is mobilizing. Yeah, so it's mostly France, Spain, and Russia. Ottomans have a few ships. Okay, I'm back. Quick check if anyone wrote anything on the Discord. Yeah, not seeing anything surprising. We have a pause. Italy is starting their play against UK. They don't own... Oh my god, Denmark owns quite a bit of land in here. They've been active in colonization, and here as well. So, like, almost 2 million people. Is it more than in actual Denmark? Yeah, they have more people in their colonies. My people are really happy. I mean, Italy is no pushover. 100 flotillas, 500 mobilizable battalions. And it's mostly because it's the British that build up their economy. Yeah, 300 buildings built by UK. And in theory, Italy could just nationalize them. They're actually number 3 great power. Let's see, what is the ranking of great powers in theory? Germany with their beautiful flag, then Italy, then Russia, then in theory China, then India. Oh, I thought it was Canada for a second. But no, Canada is just a few steps down. Then the United States, Austria, and Spain. Yeah, cool that we have so many great powers though. Yeah, Super Germany, I mean, they might be gaining more land. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they got Austria at some point. Because Austria is pretty attackable, diplomatically speaking, I'd say. Because of their isolation. Yeah, I haven't been building anything that's building up GDP. Well, actually, technically speaking, construction sectors build up GDP quite a bit because they raise prices. 86. This company is not working out great, but I guess if they get the furniture, it's not going to be really worth it. Wait. Where are the furniture? It's not going to be really worth it, I don't think, but I mean, I guess they're becoming mostly profitable. I'm spending 20k less on them right now, so it is going in the right direction at least. And at least the Pops should be happy about it. Yeah. 6 Luzon is producing. Actually, Philippines are producing almost all of it. Only 400 is coming from Aragon. Why are we still paused? I guess the negotiations between Italy and UK are ongoing. This is a decent state, not gonna lie. Doesn't have rubber. I mean, it might get it though. And still getting some access to like dyes, tobacco, sugar can be quite useful. Actually, no, it has 18 rubber. Forgot it's actually as a shows up as a resource. Wouldn't be too bad, I guess. Yeah, you can see the most of the furniture manufacturers are no longer red. Only one in Mindanao is keeping their productivity down. It's getting somewhere. They're just still only building tooling workshops. Okay, Philippines have officially overtook Wallachia in production of tools. Still, I wouldn't be surprised. And no, okay, the price of tools is not that high. How much are we actually exporting though? Really not that much, only 70 by treaty. Otherwise nothing. But there's just a lot of this used in the Spanish market. Where to look at markets? I think this value of GDP is really weird because I have no clue where is it coming from. But just out of curiosity. Oh, so we had the... Are we rehosting? Rehost for Persia. Okay, I guess another rehost. So let's switch. Where do I have it? Which one is it going to be? This is going to be rehost number number 8. Oof.
Yes.
The save is
reasons
after all the things have happened. We're just waiting for the war to actually happen.
Yeah, that's good. So you don't have to set it up again.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently we're rehosting. Okay. We are back in game. There's still players joining, so it seems like they started to go in quite quickly now. Go through some interesting stats. Apparently, the best time to live in the Philippines. The economy number 13, though there's significant jump between 13 and 10. You can see number 13 as well in GDP per capita. Interesting. Number 9 in literacy, and this is only with religious schools. We have overtaken Canada, which is quite a feat. Hawaii is the most literate land ever anywhere. Number 5 in standard of living, which is pretty nice, surprising. Quite far away from Switzerland, but close to overtaking Netherlands and Great Britain. Honestly surprised that Netherlands are that high. Quite impressive. The pop growth is actually going up somehow. That's good news. So the first week is about to pass. I think I will wait just one more before I start really clicking around. To make sure that the stream is working correctly. I think it is. Yeah, looks like it is. Nice. Got an event. I guess if I could get the trade unions, that would be nice. Potentially. They are getting quite close. So the is still going on. The Persian diploplay has just started. The Canadian player is on Persia. We're making the plays again. Italy claim has not been made. I am not building my construction sectors, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Tibet has been annexed by Qing. And yeah, North Germany has won their war. I get more construction sectors ASAP. I think at least what happened is now the game works much better. It's kind of crazy, like, why is it running better? Post same players, but somehow it's much better. I mean, it's still not perfect, don't get me wrong, but I feel it's much better. Yep, so we do have German Empire, we have the Lighthouse of Progress. I mean, since we now have potential to actually fight people, if it would be anyone, it would be the Dutch, the Vietnamese, China, maybe Korea or Japan. It's pretty much, I guess UK as well. Oh. Some radical. They have our people here, and we could free them. How is the company doing? They're getting to 89 prosperity, so we're almost there. Who's on Austria? Oh, it's one of the GMs. So what they did was the mod we're playing has a GM function. Stuck on Austria right now, not with a mod, so hopefully this was planned. Let's actually change my... Okay, anything new in this one? Liberate, return, liberate, return, liberate, humiliate, protectorate. I think so. Looks like it's basically the same. Persia has 200 battalions. Really, they're in a horrible state when it comes to economy. Oh my god, it's all conscripts. Oh, they have peasant levies, but still, that's many conscripts. The population is really not that high. They have a smaller population than the Philippines. How is the South American war going? Oh, player. Oh my god, the game runs badly again. Okay, so Brazil stepped out, so this war should no longer be an issue. The flags are slightly confusing, but yeah, it seems like Venezuela now stands no chance. And since we have dynamite, and I think there's enough explosives in the market, well, there's not that much. It's actually mostly used by munition plants and construction sectors. So it's on steel construction, but not on mines explosives. Interesting. Right? Because a steel frame requires explosives, right? Yep. Well, I guess don't mind me then, just getting in here. This would be doubling the consumption of dynamite in the market, so this would be quite expensive, but this should be fairly... Say I don't have to do it all. Yeah, let's do it in Luzon and see what the FP. How are we when it comes to... we are in top 10 production of iron, though Wallachia is, of course, ahead of us. And we're paused again. The fighting has started. So I guess it's the... yeah. Canadian player moving back to Canada. All is well. And there's... the human AIs are trying to unite themselves. Egypt is still meddling, the Egyptian AI. Okay, but let's look not the market. I want 4. So we have fighting in here, fighting on the Afghanistan front. How many fronts do we have? We have 4 fronts. One of them doesn't have any armies for one side. Okay, so this is the Spanish colony in Somaliland. Is occupied by expeditionary force from UK and the South Africans. So at least there's going to be one less about. There's a front in... Okay, so that was a hard crash. I'm wondering how much you guys actually could hear me into the crash, but apparently Victoria 3 on the latest patch has a tendency to just totally crash my PC. And I don't mean just the game, the entire PC just freezes and there's nothing I can do, just restart, which is pretty unfortunate, all things considered, because yeah, I will have to re-edit the VOD. I have a fleet now. Oh my god, I cannot do anything. Oh, stop myself. I need to redo the production methods. Oh my god, look at all those naval bases and barracks. Of course, what else could AI do? It's possible that I crash again in a second. Yep. Okay.
Building.
Bazantic?
Like it.
Hello. Yeah. Looks like it's not working.
Yeah.
Do you want me to stream the game for you so you can stream it through my game?
No, Discord is terrible for quality. It looks absolutely terrible.
Do you want me to record so I can send it to you?
I mean, this
That's
would be
really
a
what
lot
you
of
want.
effort. I'm not sure if I'm ready for it.
I am. Are you?
I mean, sure. If you record it, I'll join it with the rest of
Alright.
the thing. And
Let's make Russia crash as well.
good.
Bro. That just means a rehost, you know?
Yeah, I only managed to see that the Philippines were building 1 million barracks and naval bases. Of course, the AI.
Yes, they've immediately started building them.
Yep.
Okay. It's actually not Stellaris though. It's Vicky 3.
Okay, if you guys decide to rehost, then ping me. Otherwise, have fun.
We will.
Bye.
Yeah,
Tell me I get
bye.
bad.
We'll never forget you.
Okay. Wait, I'm streaming, Nicole. This is the worst time you could have tried.
Yeah, so it looks like this is going to be it for today. Most likely, I don't think they're going to rehost because they take so much time, which is too bad because things were looking interesting. But sometimes the game just picks people and destroys them. So GG and see you guys in the next one. Maybe I will get the Tommy vote. We shall see.